Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Be advised, CPR in progress. CPR in progress.
New at 10, the eerie call for help by Mandan police. This after the names of the 4 victims were released earlier today. They are 52-year-old Robert Faulkner, 42-year-old Adam Fuhrer, 45-year-old Lois Cobb, and 50-year-old William Cobb.
They were all found dead Monday morning at the RJR Management Office building in Mandan. Authorities say they're continuing to search for the killer, adding that the public is not in danger. And what started out as an unknown medical call quickly turned into something much more.
6139, go ahead.
We have more injuries at RJR. One was a trauma arrest. I'm not sure what the status is of the other patient.
Do you want additional units sent out?
10-4. And also, if there's any other officers, we're leaving the scene until...
An exact cause of death has not been released at this point. Authorities continue to ask for the public's help, particularly any security camera video from that area. In other news tonight, we're getting a new look at this evening, a life-saving rescue near Forest Lake, Minnesota, after a young woman's truck hit a patch of water, hydroplaned, and eventually ended upside down in standing water.
She survived thanks to Good Samaritans and first responders from the Minnesota State Patrol. Gordon Severson has our story.
Are they still in there? Yeah. That truck is completely underwater and he's unconscious underwater.
State Trooper Brian Schwartz was the first to the scene. Radioing for backup, he and 2 Good Samaritans who stopped on the side of the road ran to the truck, where 22-year-old Allison Andert was trapped upside down in a holding pond.
Can you get to him? Seatbelts on and everything. I can't. Need a knife? Get to him. Need a knife?
A second trooper, Corey Johnson, helped the Good Samaritans cut the seatbelt, while Trooper Schwartz ran back to the squad to get a pry bar to open the door.
Oh, he's up. Let's go. Okay, grab legs. Go. Flip him over. On the back.
They got her out, dragged her to dry land, and started CPR.
There you go. You okay? Breathe.
After a few seconds, Andert put out a breath, but then stopped breathing again.
Oh, come on.
Schwartz ran back to the squad to get an AED to shock her, but then...
There you go.
She spit up some water, and then a breath.
Okay, come on. There you go. You're okay. Pupils. She's there. You're okay. Did you get a pulse?
Weak,
but it's there. See, look at she's breathing. You're okay. You're going to be okay.
Andert was later rushed to the hospital where she was treated and released a short time later. She has met the 2 Good Samaritans and thanks them for saving her life.
6 potential jurors were excused from the hearing of a trial of a former Minneapolis police officer who fatally shot an unarmed Australian woman who called 911 to report a possible assault. Mohammed Noor is charged with murder in the 2017 death of Justine Damon. Of the potential 75 jurors, the 6 who were excused were done so based on their written answers. One excused juror wrote that he or she has negative feelings towards Somalis and believed Noor was a fast-track police hire. Noor is Somali American. Another potential juror said he had already decided that Noor is innocent.
7 horses and a mule are lucky to be alive after they were found abused and neglected on a rural Minnesota farm. One look at protruding ribs and thin bodies, and it may be hard for some to imagine the transparent abuse. Just a week after these animals were rescued from a rural Chatfield farm, they are slowly regaining health. Investigators were successful in getting the owner to give up the animals for placement by the Minnesota Hooved Animal Rescue.
They need to come back very, very slowly so their organ function doesn't become overwhelmed.
It's hoped that through proper care and nutrition, the animals will recover until they can be adopted out.
A 32-year-old Jamestown man has been charged with attempted murder and aggravated assault after authorities say he attacked a staffer at the North Dakota State Hospital last week. Reports say Jason Benefile tried to choke the woman, then hit her numerous times, causing her to black out. She suffered 2 large cuts to her face, a fractured septum, and lost consciousness. 2 staff members witnessed the assault. Benefile had told staff members that he wanted to kill or assault someone. and he was struggling to control those thoughts.
Over half a dozen people have been arrested after a heroin laced with fentanyl was found in a Minnesota home along with a child. Police seized fentanyl, meth, drug paraphernalia, and a gun inside the home in Red Bee, Minnesota. The March 29th raid landed people in jail on a handful of charges, including possession of drugs and child endangerment.
For the first time in a decade, the city of Fargo is looking into the safety challenges that its students face as they walk to school. The city's Safe Routes to School plan will be updated for the first time since 2009. It aims to identify and address the safety concerns that Fargo's elementary and middle school students encounter when they walk or bike to school. Ideas to fix the problems range from adding crosswalks to stop signs to bringing in crossing guards.
They know where the issues are, maybe more than we are, who might just be out there for a day or two to take a look at that. So we really encourage the parents to take a chance at that survey.
The plan is expected to finish up by the end of the year. After that, the city of Fargo will look into the recommendations and determine which improvements can be made. Homeowners beware, it's officially the season of home improvement scams, and experts are warning if you're looking for someone to get the job done, you should be careful who you're handing your money to.
Valley News Team's Katie Opperly tells us how you can protect yourself from these common scams.
Whether it's a total remodel or just sprucing up your home a bit, home improvement can be an overwhelming process, and it all starts with hiring the right person to do the job. But some people are taking advantage of the situation.
Contractors that asked for payment up front, didn't set up contracts, and either didn't do the work or didn't do great work, and then they were gone.
Huffman says he's seen it before, where contractors will count on people's lack of knowledge regarding home repairs or remodeling and use this to take their money.
I remember after 1 year there was a large hailstorm, and afterwards many roofs needed to be fixed, and a number of out-of-state companies or different contractors came through town, and I remember hearing about a lot of issues with that.
So it's important to know how you can protect yourself. Huffman suggests you get multiple bids from different contractors to compare and contrast. Get references to ensure that these people are someone you want working on your home. Make sure there is a contract to lay out expectations, and make sure that they have their permits to ensure everything is up to code.
If you see someone that's half the price of everybody else, there might be a good reason for that.
The best thing to keep in mind is to make sure you do your research before handing over any money. In Moorhead, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
For more tips to protect yourself or to find out what you should do if you have been scammed, head to our website, valleynewslive.com.
If you bought a Powerball ticket back in October of 2018, hopefully you still have it. An unclaimed $100,000 Powerball ticket was purchased in Fargo last October. It's set to expire if the winner doesn't come forward by April 22nd. The winning numbers are on your screen, and that lucky ticket was sold between October 21st and October 24th of last year at the Holiday Station on Brant Drive in Fargo. The prize was $50,000, but the player purchased the Power Play option, which doubled the prize to $100,000. If you'd like to check your tickets, numbers, head to our website, valleynewslive.com.
Riverfront parks and trails in Fargo are closed and will remain closed until flood levels subside, and the flood cleanup effort is complete. The Fargo Park District says the closures are to minimize traffic in the areas as flooding is impacting some trails. The closed parks and trails include Lindenwood Park, Oak Grove Park, and Trollwood to Riverwood trails. For a complete list of parks and trails that are closed, head to our website and click on this story.